All right. Hello.
Hi.
How's everyone doing?
Hello, everybody.
Okay. So, this is our current place. Don't ask how we got it here. We don't have an animal to move this thing around, but just
Not
gonna
yet.
request to not tell the IRS about any of this, please. We definitely have a permit. We definitely have a permit.
100% have a permit.
Yeah,
we set this up ahead of time, and
Mhm.
everything's good to go.
Mhm.
Like, we don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah. Just we don't want to prove to anyone that we actually have it. You know, it's not the point. Oh, we're small? Okay, don't worry. We're gonna sim a little bit.
Yeah, we can get you guys in here. Come on in. Come on in. Get a little cozy.
Yeah.
Hi.
What are we selling? Popcorn apparently. I don't know.
I've got popcorn. I've got candy. I made coffee. We have hot chocolate. We have a little bit of everything. So.
Yeah. More than a coffee shop, think about it as a small candy store on the road kind of situation, you know?
Yeah.
Which
We've got a good bit.
Oh, echoing.
Are we echoing?
Oh, okay. Let me figure that out. What's going on there?
Why echo?
Echo.
Oh,
I am.
Oh, I'm not the problem.
This time you're not the problem. What the? Okay.
I'm not the problem.
Okay, I think I know the issue. Yeah, I know the issue now. Okay.
It's fine. It wouldn't be a first. It wouldn't be a first stream for this if there wasn't stuff.
Hello, Gemma. Hello, Angel. Hello, everyone that's here. But yeah. So when you zoom in, yeah, I know what the issue is. So she's always a problem. Don't enjoy. You're enjoying this too much that I'm the scuff one here right now.
I'm so happy that for once it's not me that's scuff.
But yeah, Chronicles Café. So it is mostly a place for us to learn about TTRPGs or experiences with it, storytelling, character making, all around it. Hello, Alan. Hello.
Hi, Alan. Welcome in.
Welcome. So if you want chocolate, we got chocolate. If you want coffee, we got coffee. I'm still working on convincing Iris to have some tea here. I'm getting there. There's some fruit tea that Iris has made us that is good.
I do love it. I'm very much in love with it. It's so strawberry sweet.
Yeah. Okay. So now to start the how much?
How much are you willing to pay?
Yeah, how much are you willing to pay? We have a special offer for our grand opening for a 0% discount.
It's a very lucrative discount. Usually, where's your $1 menu? We're working on it. Most everything here is probably gonna be just like a little bit more than $1. I think I priced these bags of coffee at like 20.
How much is the money worth in this dimension?
Oh, something, I'm sure.
Yeah, how much are you willing to pay? I'm sure you're gonna give us a fair price for pay us a fair price for your coffee, right? Zero.
I made this coffee with my own 2 little hands. It's gonna be more than 0. You're gonna open that wallet.
It has to be at least $1, Jamo. An American dollar, to be clear.
I can pay my soul. Yeah, I will accept souls.
Yeah, we do accept souls. Yeah, actually, we do.
I always accept souls as currency. If you want to do that, that's perfectly fine.
I don't need my soul no more. What the? Okay, that's fine. Here, have a coffee.
Yeah, you can have coffee. It's all good. But we came here today to talk. Because this is a talk show, Toshi.
Oh yeah.
We can sell coffee all day, but We did open this cafe so we could talk.
Yeah.
Because it's a talk show.
Yeah, you're right about that. So yeah, topic of today is what really got us into TTRPGs and all that. Tabletop, the role playing, the rolling of the dice. Because I gotta say, it is a niche. TTRPGs are a niche. Really, I think everyone should get into it, but not everyone is into it, and some people do find it weird. And the old days when we started was even less common for people to play it. So I do think it's interesting to talk a little bit about it. I'm gonna start a little bit with me, and then I'm gonna ask you, Eyeris, if that's fine with you.
Of course, go on ahead.
Okay. So first, how I started with TTRPGs. Honestly, I can technically have two stories about it, because the way I started TTRPGs, like the very beginning, was because I saw it all the time in cartoons and all that shit, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to do the role playing and the rolling of dice and fighting dragons and stuff like that, because I was like the part of imagining and stuff and all those things, creating characters or something I already did and all that. So, but I was a very anxious boy when I was little. I just really didn't know how to start. Eyeris is close to a demon. He said Daemon.
I'm a techno Daemon. Unfortunately, that means that your computer is now infected. That's a problem that you're gonna have to deal with later.
Yeah, don't worry.
You can't get rid of me though. Unfortunately, I'm stuck here now.
Worst case, you're gonna be taking all your anime voice off your computer.
It'll be cool. It'll be fun. You'll enjoy it. I'm sure you will.
But yeah, so when I actually wanted to start was with the first D&D 5th edition starter box, 2014, when it got released. It's like, oh, new edition, maybe this is a way for me to start with a starter box. It was before they even released the core book. So I remember being with my brother like, oh, who's gonna game master, who's gonna be actually reading it? And my brother never spent time with it, and I was like, I really want to do this. So even as an anxious boy that I was like, okay, I'm started reading the book. And it was kind of the situation of Kids on the Block thing, where I went with my neighbors one day and was like, okay, let's play this. And it was just like 30 minutes of going around, just reading the book and going through the adventure in a small way. We didn't really do much, but it was definitely like an inspiration for me, because from there I found that I like it. I found that I didn't do so bad, like being on the spot of the moment. And then years passed. But I'm gonna keep it further, this story, and we can continue it after hearing a little bit of Eyeris' experience.
So I got started playing probably around the same time that you mentioned. My first tabletop experience was, again, 5e, like a lot of people's. I got started back in probably like 2014, 2015. It was from a friend who was like, oh, hey, why don't you come over to my house and we'll get a group together and we'll do Dungeons & Dragons. And I was like, well, I've never done Dungeons & Dragons before. And so we came and I had a great time, and I think I got hooked on it after that. So I was like, I had so much fun. And it's like, it's a one shot. And I'm like, what does that mean? They're like, it means we're done. And I'm like, oh, I don't want it to be done, though.
Make it a campaign.
Campaign time. Now, I need to come over every Saturday. Sorry.
And you better start DMing for me.
It's gotta be that way. You can't escape. No escape.
Honestly, I do feel that's one of the ways people become a forever DM. Because I think there's two ways for it. The first one is, a person really wants to play it and it's like, oh, no one else gonna do it. Okay, I will do it. And the other one is like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. So now you have to do it.
Imagine being so invested in a one-shot. Dude, I get invested in all my games, especially one-shots. Do you know how much fun it is?
Yeah. Come on, tell me you don't want to roleplay your pompous royal character again, Gemma.
Yeah.
So
sometimes you just gotta really dig into it. One-shots are so full of goodies.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, I make a thing when I do one-shots where I always leave an open ending for more. So there's not gonna be more, but there could be more.
Sometime in the future.
Yeah. It's like, oh, now the royal treasure disappeared, and that's the end. How many good business are the? Yeah, you're right. Fine. A lot of Avengers start with a one shot and then become a full campaign. He needs his fancy return. Yeah, you see, one shots are fun. One shots one of the best way to start a campaign. But yeah, going a little bit more into my story then. Because it was kind of a situation of kids on the vlog, and I was kind of still shy around that age and all that. And I really didn't experience the full game because it was kind of just whatever. I understood the rules, first time playing it. I was obviously not doing the best job, but I had fun with it, But then I was like, oh, I want to actually experience that, but it's not easy with people that are not that invested in the TTRPGs to really get into all that. So what happened is, there is in my city there is this apparently yearly event that a few people do. They say it's like a city kind of event, but it's more like just a few people that like TTRPGs in my city do. And they made this like huge event. In a sense, huge. It's just like 8 or 6 DMs at the same time, just doing small one-shots of 1 hour or so. So technically, my first official game of playing when someone experienced it was Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Oh.
So I went to that event and I played a few TTRPGs there. Werewolf, D&D, Call of Cthulhu. It was very simple one-shots of 1 hour. I was really surprised. I loved everything. Every single TTRPG that I played, I was loving it. The game master for the Werewolf one, especially, I gotta tell you that person really swing with whatever we were doing. I remember specifically that werewolves are super strong or whatever, and he had like a tiny drone on the sky, like very very high up, and we couldn't reach it, and we didn't know what it was. So one of the players was like, okay, I'm just gonna throw the tiny guy. And the tiny guy was like, okay, yes, throw me. It's like, the game master was like, for a second, like, huh, you know what? This may actually work. Shit. Oh, thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Champion King, yeah.
Danny!
Hello, Danny.
That's mine!
Yes.
That's my bitch!
Yes, I brought Eyeris here to nerd out about TTRPGs. We're gonna play again and miss it. Yeah, we're just gonna be nerding out about TTRPGs.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, to each their own. I don't judge relationships.
Don't worry about it. Daddy's fine. Daddy knows what's going on. Daddy's cool.
Oh yeah. I'm going to sit on your Tamagotchi case.
No!
Do it on the flip phone.
It's Danny, not Daddy. I'd never say Daddy. That's gross. That's gross.
I honestly never understood that whole thing about daddies, but
I don't like it.
Some people do, and I do understand it, but some people do.
I just
It's fine. You don't need to say whether you don't like it, Eyeris.
I feel the need.
Okay. Say it then.
But alright now, no. But I'm just gonna keep going.
Oh, Pine is saying it was a special text.
Well, the speech to text is wrong.
It can be very wrong, which is the best part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that was basically my real fixed experience with it. So there I met the boyfriend of a coworker of mine. And he was like, oh, you know what? You should come to play to our table. And I was like, yes! I want more.
Invite. I love getting invited to stay at like an actual table. It always makes me happy. It's like, oh, you want me to stay? You didn't get tired of my weird antics. You want me to stick around?
You didn't think I'm too much of a weirdo?
Yeah! That's like the best part.
Yeah, so that's where I heard to play like my official complaint with that person. Which that lasted until the game master got a burnout. Which I gotta tell, it could possibly be partially my fault.
What'd you do? What'd you do, Toshi?
I was just too into the game. So every time the game master was like, it was a every second week kind of game. Every time the game master was like, oh, should we play board games or do you want to play TTRPG? I was like, I want to play D&D. Okay, who is able to? I am.
It's me. I'm the addict. Give me my fix.
Exactly. So basically, they didn't give any breaks when they kind of wanted, but I also was didn't understand like the burnout aspect of things, and I also didn't understand that they basically were asking for a break from it because they didn't say it directly. They said like, "Oh, does anyone want to play board games instead?" And it's like, I want to play D&D. My character there, I made him purposely a weirdo too. So kind of socially awkward. We started Kenku, so that's like a crow species that don't really speak. But it was fun. It was kind of they put a horror spin into it.
Oh, I love horror campaigns.
Yeah, just the constant wish for more D&D, basically.
Anytime I get to be in a horror campaign, my brain just goes so haywire. I love it so much.
I gotta say, in all my games, they are not quote-unquote horror, but I love to put horror aspect into things, like the dark fantasy of things. And not long ago, my players were dealing with basically a necromantic apocalypse that they kind of cast. It was kind of those dominoes effects, like, oh yeah, we're just gonna put one undead and nothing's gonna happen, right? But yeah, so basically it was like a whole season of undead and stuff like that in a swamp. So all the time, like, I didn't just cut it off with just a regular undead skeletons and all that, you know. Of course I have to put mutated beings, abominations, things that drag you underground like out of nowhere.
Of course I have to add in some sort of weird monster that's gonna harass you. Either of you played Dread? No, actually, I haven't played Dread.
Dread? Dread.
It's actually one system that I haven't touched at all.
No, I have not played Dread either. So...
I've heard of Dread and I've wanted to play Dread. It looks really fun, but probably not gonna be a game that I get a hold of anytime soon. I have too many campaigns going right now.
I mean, I
gotta finish one.
I still got to convince Eyeris to get into a campaign with me.
Oh no. I need to. I keep saying it. At some point, I'm gonna crack, and I'm actually going to play Vampire the Masquerade. I still haven't played Vampire the Masquerade.
Hey, maybe that's what will run for you.
Maybe this time around. Next time, I'll get to play Vampire the Masquerade.
Yes. Kindergarten trees coming. The suspense of pulling blocks really. Oh, so it uses like the Jenga tower thing. I have pulled that into one of my games before. Like, I read that of the Jenga tower. I didn't remember it was Dread, but I did put it into one of my campaigns. I just raw Jenga and was like, okay, every time something's happening, you're gonna need to pull a block from the Jenga tower.
You know, one way that you could actually do that too, instead of having to do it physically, I think it's Board Game Simulator or Tabletop Simulator. you can always use that instead because they have built-in Jenga. So if you wanted to have the party all meet, like your table all meet in that game while you're playing, you could always use that as a kind of stand-in for the physical tower as well.
Yeah, that definitely works. That definitely works. So one of the things I have experimented a lot with my players with stuff like that. I don't exactly remember, because one of the things I also remember, like for adding let's say intensity to the games, like every time every round something is gonna get worse. So basically what I told my players once is what they have to roll like a d6, and every round they have to increase the number of d6 they have to roll. So if they ever got a 1, they knew that something terrible was gonna happen.
Oh, interesting.
So either monster appear. Sometimes it was like when we were going with the undead things. Some undead things are really hard to kill, and you think they're dead, and they revive. They're just stand up again.
That is one way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Inspiring to betray. Exactly, inspiring into betrayal. Sorry for interrupting, Eyeris.
Oh no, it's fine. Very often I find our group likes to do what we call complications and alternative effects, where if something's happening and like you succeed, but we need to add on to it, you can succeed with complications. We have an ongoing tonight's campaign is actually one where this has become kind of a running theme, where instead of taking what would naturally be just like a negative loss penalty, we will have, and I know he's in chat right now, he's definitely seeing this, I know my GM's in chat right now, we like to call it alternative effects, where you'll just you don't take damage or anything like that, but sometimes you just take terrible things. It's fun. I feel like it adds. GM watches all. He's in chat. He knows what's up.
What's up?
I know you're here.
I know you're.
Points.
Getting ideas for how to scare you later.
Motherfucker.
Hey, it's always good to get for inspiration on how to get your players. This is the best moment for you to talk to your game master what not to do, so he will do it.
Yes, I know exactly what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't give me more pretty vampires. I feel like that's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your efforts. We don't need any of those in any of our games, and I feel like we should, we should just drop that concept entirely.
I wish I had this effect on my player where the Dungeon Master just needed to be around to make them be nice. Oh, don't worry. I don't think that's gonna control Eyeris.
Oh no, I'm a terror sometimes.
You know what? Give her vampires, but Nosferatus. Ugly ones.
Listen. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I don't think I've cared at this point.
If he has fangs, I see how it is.
I know what I'm about. I know what I'm about.
Just needs to suck blood. Okay, so leeches. You need leeches. That's what you need.
There we go.
What? Oh. Okay.
God bless.
God bless.
God bless.
But it's so good. Honestly, I do gotta ask this. What was your first character like, if you remember?
Ooh, I'm actually planning on bringing this character back in a future campaign that we have kind of in the future after our Deadlands campaign ends, actually. Which I'm sure you guys will hear more about my various campaigns, since I have so many of them. But Her name was Nymera. She was a tiefling rogue because I am very original and I really like playing rogues. It's actually my favorite class to play in D&D, like specifically 5th edition. I just really like playing a rogue. I don't know what it is about them. I think it's sneak attack. I don't know why, but sneak attack numbers make my brain
probably
just
sneak
go
attack with a
burr.
critical.
Yeah. But she was a pretty... I think the best way I can describe her is she had wet cat energy, where she, very grumpy little creature, very, very grumpy little thing, very, really, how do I put it? Not the most sociable creature in the world. I've had her in a couple of campaigns. Most of them don't last, but this one I'm hoping will last. She's just a lot of fun. Rogues also find their way to more loot and treasure. Yeah, we you know, they just sticky little fingers. She was a lot of fun. I played an arcane trickster on her, and that was just honestly a blast.
Yeah, rogues are one of those classes that honestly I think it's easy to enjoy in the fact that they're kind of simple, but they still have a lot of things they can do. Especially because they're basically the class that does have bonus actions. Because if you look at other classes, okay, some of them do have bonus actions. You look like spells or spellcasters. Some of them have decent bonus action spells. Bards have their bardic inspiration, which I think needs some improvements. But a rogue always has something to do. And the only other one that always has something to do with their bonus action is the monk. But it is more... I wouldn't say it is the same as excitement as the gamble of the rogue.
Bonus action can be really useful. I always feel like cunning actions are just really, really useful across the board. I feel like taking cunning action on anything can make everything better. Like, I feel like it always leads me to feel like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I was able to, you know, dash without a penalty, or, you know, stuff like that. It's really great for, like, movement and stuff, and I feel like it adds a lot to how different classes play, depending on how you play them. You've been noticing the birds in the back have been, like, dumping candy on each other?
Yeah, they're dumping candy on each other. One is preparing the bag, and they're not the best workers. Only we need new ones, but they're the best we got.
Should we invest in training for them? I mean, like...
I mean, they'll eventually learn, right?
They're birds, Toshi!
I mean, they're a little bit bare-brained, but they're taking chocolate, mate.
Actually, they look like they might actually be made of chocolate. Are we sure they have brains?
Hey, how did we go to the hiring process of again?
I thought you did it.
Wait, no, I thought you did it.
Where did the birds come from? Did they come with the cart?
I mean, they were here. I thought you contracted them. They were started working. I was like, okay, Iris contracted them. I just trusted you there.
What? No, I didn't do that.
Well, not like I can fire them now. You know, I already paid them.
What'd you pay them?
You don't want to know.
Is that why we have a cart and not like an actual storefront?
I'll be right back.
No, you're not going anywhere. No, scoot over. Come back. Stay put.
Look, the car was cheaper, okay? The car was cheaper.
Try refunding them. I don't know if we can. I mean, look at that. He's just... It's a waste of I guess we could pick it up off the floor.
Okay, we now sell chocolate beards. Anyone wants some? Want one?
Yeah, do you guys want a chocolate bird? I'm sure if we, like, bop them on the head, it might take them out, you know?
So many questions.
Don't worry
We
about
have the
it.
answer. Don't worry. Just have a chocolate bird.
It's okay. Yeah, just have a burb. Free burb.
But don't worry. We'll eventually find an actual place to put the car. You know, I mean to not have the car, to have an actual place.
We'll get a shop eventually. For right now, though, we'll.
Chocolate versus stars. We don't have chocolate birds, only birds. Okay. No, but yeah, going back a little bit into talk of TTRPGs. Sorry. We deviated a lot of it.
It's okay. It's okay. It's normal. We do this. This is just normal for us.
Honestly, it's very on brand. I deviate too much in conversations.
Oh, same.
Okay. But yeah, going a little bit back into it. So on my first actual play, I'm the kind of person that always likes to play Wizards, and I was not sad with what I got when I started playing, because I decided to play like the whole Wizard class, going with a Kenku that cannot basically speak. So I had made the most dramatic story I can think of, that basically the Kenku, you know, if you know the lore a little bit, is that they imitate voices, like they parrot them. So they basically, how they make spells is by imitating their master, like a very old man voice that to cast the spells. So they basically are just repeating the chanting for them, right? But that's not where it ends. So the thing is, the master, a long time, like when he was a baby, was possessed by demons.
Okay.
So the master was the one that killed all his family.
Oh!
In fireballs, lightning, you know, all that shit.
Is that how the Kenku learned those incantations?
Oh, that's a way. So every time he's casting a spell, he's basically repeating the voice of the murder of his family, you know?
Oh my god.
So the thing is that basically, when he survived, you know, that classic thing, he survived. He was a baby back then. The master came out to kind of reason. So the master brainwashed the Kenku to not remember that shit. Because there's spells for that.
Oh my god. This poor Kenku.
So eventually, you know, brainwashing fades away. He knows what should happen, and he decides to kill his master.
Oh my god.
Now, how did he kill a high-level spellcaster? He just let himself die. He was weak now. He was not like the whole possessed with the demon situation. Because that is the thing. A lot of people think like, oh, he's a high-level spellcaster. Yeah, he was a high-level spellcaster when he was younger. Now he is decrepit and doesn't really want to bear with his scenes. So yeah, that is technically what's going on all the time with him. And the hi Jukai, hola querida. Yeah, the stream's going right. Just telling a fun story. Is that some Kenku shit I interpret to understand? What is some Kenku shit?
I mean, you know, you never know. I'm sure there's some sort of Kenku shit.
I mean, they're technically birds, so there should be. You should be happy they don't fly.
Yeah, be happy that the Kenkus don't fly, you know? Could be a little bit worse.
Especially, I love crows, but honestly, crows are...
But they're so cool.
Yeah, they're cool. That's why my first character was a Kenku. I love them.
I love crows. I love when crows do... Have you watched when crows, when they're happy, they do that little jumpy dance thing?
Yeah.
It's so cute.
You know one thing? I have been attacked by a crow before.
Ow! What did you do to the crow?
Nothing. The thing was very funny situation. So I was literally just walking through the street, just walking along it, and suddenly I feel something sharp in my head, like not super sharp, like kind of nails sharp, you know? Yeah, crows are very sassy.
Yeah,
and
they
the
really
intelligence
are.
is insane. Yeah. So I feel something sharp, and I look around, and I don't see any fucking thing. I was like, what the fuck? Was it my imagination? I'm going crazy. Then I keep walking, and a few seconds later, I feel it again. Like, what the fuck? And I see, standing on the telephone line, a fucking crow looking at me like, I see you.
What did you do to that crow?
Nothing.
Did y'all know that crows and bluebirds are cousins? Equally smart and equally sassy. Yeah, they are, I think they're, like, pretty, like, closely related, too, right?
Honestly, I didn't know. I only know about corvids in general, and the only other bird I know that is as smart is the parrot. Which, gotta say, a lot of people tell them how to say bad words, those parrots.
Yeah, bluebirds are corvids. They're so unlike a lot of other songbirds, they are true corvids. They're just a lot less dark, like most corvids. They're a lot brighter and a lot more violent.
A lot more violent. Well, crows are not really violent, so yeah, that makes sense.
Bluebirds are assholes. Like a blue jay is an ass. They're terrible. They'll fight you. They'll fight you on sight. They don't even care. Yeah, I feel bad for the bad rep that people give crows. They're so cute. They really are. Yeah, and you can train them to bring you money.
Damn, I need to get more crows now.
Sorry for my my glitchy movements, by the way. Anytime I take a drink, my model freaks out. We call that a free exorcism. It never works.
Never works. Well, you should stop drinking holy water then.
No, it tastes funny and it's spicy.
Spicy?
Yeah, of course it's spicy. I'm a demon. Why wouldn't the holy water be spicy?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Bluebeard Montoya, you killed my flock. Prepare to die. I know corvids are very vengeful. That is something that they truly are.
They hold grudges. They really do.
Oh yeah.
Whole flocks of crows can memorize faces.
Whole flocks. They basically tell each other, right? I also remember that they go around and they're like, "Hey, that's a bully. Okay, don't worry, mate. We're gonna all be making a shield life out of him."
Yeah.
That's the freaking percent of weird pathogens in the lag.
Yeah.
It doesn't change it too often. Fun fact.
That's part of why it's so spicy.
Okay, if you have tummy ache later, don't blame it on the candy, okay?
I would never blame our beautiful workers. They're doing their best back there. I mean, look at them. They're so smart.
Yeah, you can look at them.
Yeah, take a look. They're so smart. They're so studious. They graduated the top of bird school.
So you did interview them?
Maybe a little bit. Don't worry
okay,
about it.
I do have to ask this. Why do they have a bigger salary than us?
I don't know. You're the one who paid them.
They told me that when you told them that.
I didn't tell them shit.
Well, that's what they told me. I asked him, hey, so how much did Eyeris tell you you were getting paid? And they told me like, oh yeah, it's like $100 an hour or something like that.
No. They're little liars. They've lied.
Look at them. Do you think they really lie? You're just getting pellets.
Look at those lies.
It's right.
They definitely lied on their resume. I think they've lied.
Oh.
I think they've lied.
You sure? We have one that graduated from Oxford and Harvard at the same time.
I'm sure. I'm certain.
Well, we're gonna have to review the salary later.
Yeah, we'll go back over it and we'll figure out what the birds are thinking.
Okay. Their LinkedIn profile say the old former Blockbuster CEO. Yeah, how do you know? Exactly.
Yeah.
They are all the former CEO of Blockbuster. At the same time. All of them.
It was a joint position. They did a lot of work.
Okay.
So, we've talked a little bit about like what our first like characters were. We've talked a little bit about what our first systems were, but have you ever have you any opinions about what? Well, you said your first system was outside of 5e. It was werewolf, right?
Yeah, werewolf. So the storyteller system. Rolling a bunch of D10 dices and hoping for the best.
D10s can be so finicky.
Oh, they are.
They're so finicky. My first outside 5e system was actually a system called OVA.
OVA? I don't know if I know it.
It's overly versatile anime role-playing game.
Okay. What is it about? Honestly, I don't know about it. I know a system called Big Eyes, White Mouth.
It's a little bit similar to Big Eyes, Small Mouth.
Oh, okay.
It's basically a kind of buildable system. It's more focused on roleplay than it is the actual like combat aspect of things, but it is a very neat system. It's built around the idea of basically similar to Big Eye Small Mouth, where it's built around the idea of having a more anime style sort of TTRPG. Is it more anime themed? It's when it says overly versatile, it means it. You can literally use it to run pretty much anything. It's great for homebrew if you're looking for maybe a game that's more focused on the roleplay aspect and you're looking for homebrew. I've played so many systems.
I wish I had played so many systems, but I have read a lot of systems. That's what I have done. I'm seriously, I have a collection of. I have like a Google Sheet where I keep all the books that I have or plan to read and stuff like that. I have read over 100 TTRPG books at this point.
Oh god, I don't doubt it. I feel like I've read a good share. I feel like I've read a good amount, but I feel like I've played a good amount too overall.
I gotta say, if you have read more than one, it's more than the majority. Because being honest here, you don't need to read a system to play it.
No, I don't think so. I feel like even with a good GM who can actually sit down and explain how the system works to you, you don't need to dig super deep into a book. I feel like session zeros are always good for that, and then always first session combat walkthroughs tend to be a really good substitute for that. Yeah. And then you can just use the book as reference.
And here's the thing with like when I first played my first one shot for Werewolf, I didn't know the system existed. I didn't know about anything about it. I literally didn't know anything about it. I was just sit there to play for an hour, and we got to play the game for an hour. I didn't maybe know everything about the system. Maybe I didn't know everything about the character. I was explaining a little bit. But the nice thing that I really love that DM did is that they didn't not only went to... yeah, I just wanted to roll dice.
just wanted to gamble. It's okay. I think in every tabletop player's heart is the internal need to just throw dice.
Yeah, I have an issues. I have too many dice. Too many. And yes, there is such a thing as too many dice. Goblin mode, told the clickety clackities. That is the thing. I'm not even a goblin anymore. I'm like a goblin boss at this point. So the first reason I got a bunch of dice was, I'm gonna be the game master, and I gotta buy a bunch of dice for people that don't have dice, you know? That was the first excuse. and all went downhill from then. That light dice looks so pretty.
I actually only have one set of dice. I actually have not jumped into full-on clicky-clacky goodness. It's just a little pink and black set that I really like.
I mean, honestly, you don't need more. What I would say is that, how do you roll, like, for example, when you're like a rogue and you have to roll a bunch of d6s? Do you roll the same dice multiple times?
Well, considering almost all of my games are virtual, I don't have to worry about that as much.
Okay, I see.
I don't think I've been at like a physical table in some time.
Honestly, it has become very difficult to be on one. And it has become so common, especially after the whole pandemic. Like, every table had their experience of being online. I love the look of horror I get from friends when I pull out my basic plain matching set and just I roll the same die a bunch of times to accommodate for higher rolls. I mean,
since I play for like when I play in like a system that has like exploding dice, it's always really fun because I love just watching it. Just the number just keep going up. Just keeps going.
Keeps going up.
Just keeps going. Nothing's better than playing a Savage World session and then seeing the dice explode like 6 times.
Just keep rolling again and again and again.
One more time. Moikai.
But one of the things you say, Yuka, is a big reason why I don't really think it's needed to be a dice goblin. Is because co-players will hand you dice if you're playing a live game. Like, oh, I need to roll 10 d6s, and you just extend your hand, and people are gonna dump the dice there.
As long as you give it back, that's the important part.
Yeah,
Don't steal dice. I'm okay with tax evasion, but you can't steal dice.
Okay with tax evasion, don't steal dice. We're not tax evading again. This is a legal avenue. We definitely have a permit. We're not gonna show it.
We definitely have a business permit. It's definitely behind the counter here, and you guys can't see it, but it's definitely, what if you pay your taxes in dice? That's a good question. I'd have to...
Nobody's gonna take my dice.
The government, I don't care who the Eyeris sends. I'm not paying my taxes. And they're not getting my dice either.
They are not gonna get my dice. Oh yeah, but going a little bit back into the whole werewolf thing. So one of the things that Game Master did, because I was a whole newbie, and a whole newbie in the system, a whole newbie in the setting, everything. I just wanted to roll dice. So the yes, the Eyeris.
Yeah.
The Eyeris.
That's it. Yeah. That's exactly it.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole thing that he did was putting up a setting and make it relatable. So the thing is that in what's it called? Was Old World of Darkness. It's like a mirror of the real life in kind of situation where things are darker. There's a mirror world and all that shit going on. Things that humans don't get to see, but werewolf, vampires, and all those creatures do get to know more about. Is that they put this setting on the city and they narrated what things were happening around the city, and they were going around with what little changes we could find relatable to what we knew, and with the setting adjacent. They also made the campaign very simple, because if you know a little bit about werewolf and all those kind of Old World of Darkness settings, is that they are a little bit difficult to play in the sense that you do want to keep like, for example, Vampire the Masquerade. It's called the Masquerade because they have the masquerade, the veil that hides the truth from the people, the normal people. So on that setting, we didn't have to deal with that veil or kind of complicated, and that is good because it was just a 1 hour one shot. And if you know 1 hour one shot, 1 hour is not enough for a lot of things.
Right. I mean, I feel on my end, at the very least, a lot of what makes a game so very good can be the setting, but I feel like I always gravitate myself towards more, I don't know, I always get really invested in character relationships, both, like, between PCs and NPCs. I'm very much, like, if I had to, like, classify myself as a player, I feel like role player is probably the best way to describe myself.
No, I get what you mean, and honestly, it is the title, role-playing. It is a role-playing game. I love that. I love expanding more into relationship with NPCs and all that. There is a lot of ways I do it. I love the character arcs of they trying to turn into a bad guy into a good guy, or someone that helps them, or a bad guy even trying to get them to help into something. Not always by fooling them. Maybe there's a great evil around or stuff like that. Or maybe the bad guy is not something they can deal and they have to accept it. But in general, the whole relationship is not just about bad guys and all that. Is the whole in between of people that you get to meet, people that you get to help you. Because one thing I used to do at the very beginning that was not the best, I didn't make like guards and soldiers very helpful. Because I was like, oh, the whole point is that the Avengers should be the ones dealing with things. So now I made them helpful, but they're usually very busy. Roleplayer is just the best title. Yeah, roleplayer is the best title of TTRPGs. Yes, I agree with that. I can count with my hands how many times I have found them. Trying to find the good in strat. Yeah, like trying to find the good in strat. In general, is I'm very sure Eyeris won't be even trying to find the good in strat.
Hey, I think that Strahd can be an interesting character if played very well. I will say base Strahd's not the best, but he is a vampire, so unfortunately,
there is bias
everybody,
in there.
There's a little bias in there for me.
A little bit, just a little bit. Okay, we have an ad right now, but we can continue checking. Honestly, I still need to read to the strat book. I do have it, and I have heard good things about it. So I do want to read it through.
I like Curse of Strahd.
Oh, I did read a lot about the Shadow. How's it called in D&D? Shadowfell.
Oh yeah. I think those are. I think that, like, how do I put it? There's just a lot of really cool stuff.
Subscriber. Oh.
Ooh.
Thanks, Kai. We'll appreciate that.
Ooh. Wonderful sub. Thank you.
All right.
It's gonna be pretty interesting to see where things go. 'Cause, like, honestly, I feel like there's so many different avenues to explore when it comes to roleplay, that there's always some sort of really solid, really good way to go with it. I feel like anybody can get into the role-playing aspect. It just takes them, like, taking time to sit down and enjoy it, you know?
Yeah. Again, thanks, Kai, for his subscription, and yeah, sorry about the ads. Nothing I can do about it. I wish I could do something about them because they don't pay me anything at all. But yeah. No, still, I want to tell you I really appreciate it. But yeah, the thing with the TTRPGs, especially nowadays, that there is more open about it, and there is a lot being released that, like, recently, and this is the great thing about 5e, because I have mixed feelings about 5e now, but I won't say it's 5e, it's more with Wizards of the Coast. With the whole situation of last year, that I really put a very big nail on my coffin for it. But the system itself is fine. And it has been released a lot of things. Because, for example, you can find right now there is a Kickstarter for Bend Your Time. I don't know if you like it, but in general, they release a lot of things official and not official for 5e. And if you're interested into any really cartoon, series, whatever, there is probably gonna be something related to it. There is a Doctor Who TTRPG, there is many things, generic, non-generic, specific to series, and that is something I feel like everyone can get into.
For sure. I mean, there are 1,000,001 different TTRPGs that work for different series. I personally play a lot that are based off of different series. Usually they're supplements or whole systems. There's a There's a few Pokemon tabletop games. There are Fire Emblem games, Legend of Zelda supplements. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for. But there is something out there, fan games wise, for literally anybody. If there is something that you want to try, you can definitely find it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And the best thing is that the reason I cannot, I don't want to, but in general, the reason I can praise the way that 5e has gone is that if you have learned the system, or you have a DM that have learned the system, it's very easy to find a system that is based on 5e to what the fandom you like, and it's very easy to call that game master or you as a game master or something to try to play it, because it's gonna be basically the same thing. There's a few minor differences that really won't matter, because the thing is, going to, as the rules as written is fine. It's completely fine. But if nobody is on that mind aspect of following every rule because they know it, or nobody's aware of every single rule, you just don't have to. You can go with the simple way as long as you enjoy it. And I agree with you, right? It is a great way to experience and prepare for situations. In general, with TTRPGs. I gotta say, like, when I started like playing, I was not used to talking to people at all. Like, that is the reason I didn't go all the way starting to being a game master. It was like I felt shy. How am I gonna even do this again? Stuff like that. So it was something that definitely helped me pull out of my shell, even if I made a very socially awkward character. Uh,
It can really help.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I found too that it helped me at the very least find at least a little bit of a way to maybe socialize a little bit more and spend some time just like getting out of my own head, I believe, is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, no, I definitely get what you mean. Honestly, nowadays, now in the adult life of working and going through all that, uh, it's very easy to not meet people for just some enjoyment time, and having this as a common thing to enjoy is something that is easy to get into and to meet each other, relate, talk, and that is the nice things about it, because when you're playing a TTRPG, you're not just playing a character, you're also enjoying spending time with other people.
I tend to go with the idea that no matter what character I'm playing, there is still some of me deep down in there. I feel like I put a little bit of like myself in every character that I play. So it feels like you get kind of attached in that regard, where you kind of understand where that character would be coming from, even if it's just like a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely know what you're saying. I gotta say, every character that I have made, like character, not NPC, like playable character I have made, has a little bit of different things in me. Yeah, empathy is the amazing skill that you can develop with TTRPGs. Uh, so I have like very dumb characters, and I don't think myself as dumb or anything, but I have a very dumb character that have a naive aspect of them, and I see my nativity being reflected on them, for example. So that's what I mean by some aspect of it. It might not be the whole character; it might just be a fraction of it. But it is always easier to relate to that to aspect that you met to them, to roleplay them, or that has been my experience.
I think that's probably like a really good way to put it. Yeah. It helps you develop people's skills. Ah. I need to stop yawning. I need to wake up. I need to drink some of this coffee.
Yes. I think we're coffee. We still have chocolate here.
Well, I'm gonna drink all the hot chocolate.
I just gotta tell you that cup is where a bird fell. Didn't come out.
I mean, the bird's chocolate, so.
Hmm.
If it's hot chocolate and the bird fell in it, I mean, the bird's a chocolate, so.
Okay,
what?
it's fine. I guess we don't have to pay funeral services that way.
I'm just saying. I don't see where the issue is here. It's a chocolate bird in a chocolate drink. You know, if he melted in there, he melted in there. It's not like they care. I mean, look at a little guy up there on the shelf. There's not a thought behind those eyes.
Do you think he has a soul, though? To be honest,
I don't think he has a soul. You leave my babies alone. My babies. We're paying them.
It was just a work accident, okay? It was just a work accident. Look, they're not the most careful. Look behind me. Look at that.
Watch this.
Wait, it's the next one. It's the next after.
Yeah, it's the next
one. Soon. It's gonna be soon there.
Yeah, they look, see they're not the smartest little guys in the world. Like what? Watch this shit.
We're not even yeah, that candy that falls into the floor, we're not even charging them for that. They have it very nice.
Like they look at them. They don't even think about it. They just keep going.
Also, who's hoarding so much candy?
I don't know, but at least it's making us some money.
Alright. They didn't go to training, Iris.
Well, I'm sure it's fine. We'll figure it out. You're the one paying him $100 an hour.
I gotta go broke.
It'll be fine. We'll be okay.
Okay. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not gonna think about it. Okay. I gotta ask this, Iris.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned about your first character. You mentioned about your first campaign that you basically was like wanted and you wanted more.
Mm-hmm.
I do gotta ask. Did you really convince a person to play more games, and what came after that? Like, how did it change from being a one shot to a whole campaign?
I've bullied out of one shots before. Like I've bullied into campaigns before. I know he's watching. He's not talking in chat, but I know he's here.
Outing out so much.
I'm gonna call him out. I think originally our first campaign with OVA was originally meant to be a one shot or even like a two shot. But we all just really liked it so much that we went, oh no, we're just gonna keep going. And I was like, we better keep going because I don't want to put this character away. I like this character too much. So unfortunately, you're stuck with it.
And I gotta say this. That character probably is the character that has the most relating to you. Because it's your first character.
Nah. Well, this would be a different first character. That original D&D game didn't get past one shot stage, but this one did. This is the first time that I met kind of my current full group, and it was, you know, I felt like that one doesn't have a whole lot of me in it. There are definitely characters that I've played that have a whole lot more of me in them. I feel like some of my Warhammer characters, for real, definitely my Psyker. I have never been able to portray my own anxiety so bad. But
I mean, it's an aspect of one, but okay, I think I get what you mean. But I find it interesting because most of the time, I think that the first character people make is the most related because people don't know how they're gonna go around playing the game. So it's very common for people to end up making a kind of self-insert into situations, which I don't think is bad. Not as a player, as a game master, Marisus and all that is different, but
well, for me, I came from a background of I used to do a lot of forum RP. So I come from a background of already being really familiar with how to make characters that aren't quite like me. So I kind of could take that skill and add it into TTRPG.
I gotta tell you this because for me it was kind of backwards. I got a little bit into forum RP after getting into TTRPGs because you know role playing with people online on the internet I found it a little bit awkward. Just talking to people on the internet was awkward for me too. Everything was awkward for me. Okay.
Awkward little baby Toshi.
Yeah. But I got in the other sense because after TTRPG says so like, hey, I want more of the role play, and I have found out that a lot of forum role players end up finding the whole rolling of the dice awkward because you have a lot of freedom in forum role plays to do stuff.
I think that overall, I actually don't. I don't think I've ever felt like that. I feel like it can add to it in a way because I feel like when you're playing with dice, it adds a level of unpredictability to it that you just can't get with just person interaction. I feel like at least for me, it felt really natural to take that leap to TTRPG because that meant that I could expand my horizons a little bit, and it gave me an avenue to do stuff where I was met with challenges that weren't necessarily the same sort of challenges that I would usually get in a forum style,
Yeah, no, I definitely get it, and that was one of my. I think that was kind of one of my biggest issue with forum role players, especially because when you're talking about the not super experienced ones, it is the fact that a lot of people this comes more into the area of storytelling, that a lot of people don't see complications or things going back for their character as a good thing or as an opportunity, and a lot of people don't know how to take losses. But again, that's mostly for the beginner players of my experience for forum kind of role players.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Because that is one of the most important things I want to say to people here around. That failure is one of the most important things in any TTRPG. Being able to fail, being able to handle it. Again, as Rai said not long ago, is how do you prepare for situations in general, like in real life? It teaches you a lot about it. It teaches you a lot about the situations that you can go through. Not everything is gonna go fine. Not everything is gonna go to plan. Not every time you're gonna cross through the river, you're gonna fall in it. Sometimes you're gonna fall in the river, and you have to figure out how to get out of it before you fall down. I forgot how to say the word. Waterfall. Yeah, the waterfall.
I feel like that's fair. Yeah, I feel like that kind of sums up the general idea of it. At least to me, at the very least. That's what I think too.
Okay. So that was your first experience. How you turned your first experience into a more permanent one. But honestly, it does explain a lot about what you had told me before into you being a forum role player at the beginning. And I'm not talking bad about it. Honestly, it's a great way to experience it.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a really great entry point.
It's a great entry point. The whole freedom of it. Because I gotta say this for most people that are like really into rules and all that, is that in general rules are made to have the access to the failure in a more natural way. Like you say, the dice make it interesting sometimes. And the other thing that it does, it allows people to agree on an environment. So for example, when a game master is asking you to roll something like, oh, right, roll for stealth or whatever, that is the whole point of, okay, I'm not sure, or maybe maybe I do want you to stealth through this part, but maybe I don't want you to. So let's let the dice decide that. So
Right.
and that is the thing, because if we go to a forum and let's say that stealth situation happens, uh, you either make it or don't make it, and that either comes from a decision that you or another person makes. That if you make it or not, no dice roll involved. But that is the interesting thing about TTRPGs. The control of the situations in the end comes really from the game master, because as a game master you can always say like, oh, you don't need to roll for that, you're good. Or maybe you can ask it, or maybe you can even tell them, oh, you don't need to roll for that, you already failed. You're trying to hide in the middle of the desert by stretching your arms out, or everyone's gonna watch you. Huh.
I feel like overall, it does come down a little bit to GM preference. As a forever player, like I've tried to GM before, but it's just not my cup of tea. I feel like as a player, I do take a lot of time to like rely on what a GM could be planning or doing, you know.
But honestly, I think you have enough creativity to be a game master. So, do you think it comes more from the decision making aspect of things? Because if you say you're relying a little bit on the game master.
I mean, in the same way of like, how do I put this? Not like relying in the way that you might think of, but you know, the game master does in a way have to guide the experience a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
So I feel like that's kind of the better way to put it.
Okay, so I think it makes sense. If you're more of a role player, you can focus more on the role playing or think about the character or another character. You know, like not talking about maybe another player, an NPC, of how you're gonna deal or interact with them. Because as a game master, you have to be both proactive and reactive. You know, that is normal. But it's very common for you to get too busy and not to think about some characters, or even forget a few minor details around now and there. So even if, for example, I love role playing and all that, maybe I'm not thinking about an NPC that you're thinking about or want to talk to about, and that situations are really making of the players, not really a making of the game master, because that is part of the situation. The story is not 100% made by the game master.
No, it's not. It's fueled by it. I think the best way to describe maybe the TTRPG experience is to say that it's a collaborative writing effort.
Yeah, definitely. It is an unfinished story. You can say it like that. Yeah.
I feel like that's about how the cookie crumbles on that.
Cookie crumbles. I always think of that movie. Well, Almighty something.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Okay, that doesn't really matter the movie too much, to be honest.
I'm trying to think of the movie now, though.
It was Almighty.
Oh God, what movie is that?
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, when he is still like
oh yeah.
When he's still like a news reporter, that was his catchphrase. That's how the cookie crumbles.
I haven't seen that movie in I don't know how long.
Honestly, I don't know either, but that is the only way I know the catchphrase from. I know that is not from the movie exactly. Like it is an older and a catchphrase, but that's where I know it from. Okay. Now, so your first experience was more of a classic role-playing medieval-ish kind of fantasy situation. But what is your favorite kind of setting? Do you have a favorite kind of setting? That is another question I have to ask first.
I guess probably like I like modern fantasy a good bit, but I feel like I can take just about any setting and be happy with it. Modern fantasy seems to be the most like common one that I run across that I really like.
Really? Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Okay. Yes, I gotta say the only way I don't see a lot of modern well, depending on how you think about it, because if you think Old World Darkness as modern fantasy, it can't work out like that. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I see what you mean, but I feel like the most common thing to run is the classic medieval English kind of fantasy. I do gotta say
Hmm.
I do love modern fantasy because I love exploiting um what it is basically having players already relate to real things that already exist, you know?
Hmm.
Like if you put in a setting a Tamagotchi, people know what a Tamagotchi is. You don't need to invent a new Tamagotchi, a new virtual pet. It is the same
Yeah.
thing. How it works, you know how it works. I don't need to explain to you a Tamagotchi.
I think that I feel like that's probably one of the good reasons to like I think more people should probably give modern fantasy a try anyways because it does give everybody a point of reference, you know.
Yes. Yes, definitely always gives a very good point of reference of things. And that is the advantage because we know how modern technology is, a little bit about how modern society is.
Hmm.
But I gotta say, we don't know how much we don't know about the
Right.
medieval age or the fantasy medieval age that we're imagining in our minds.
Hmm.
Because I can give an example, like just asking this simple question: how do you get an audition with a king?
I have no idea.
Exactly. So let's say you have that plot for your players that they have to get this audition with the king. They
Hmm.
literally don't know. Okay, we can
Do we want to take a quick little break?
yeah, we can take a quick little break.
Take a quick little break, and then I'll be right back. I gotta run
No,
real quick.
it's no problem. Okay, so a
I
little break
gotta.
from the IRS. I got it. I got
Yeah.
it. Okay. Open it up. Oh, I think I didn't put the right thing.
Well,
Okay, so we're just gonna wrap it up in about 10 more minutes to finish this. This for take. Okay, I know I'm nervous. So are you? Okay. Well, where did we leave off? That is, I probably should have thought about it.
I think the last thing we were talking about is setting stuff.
Oh yeah, setting stuff. I know you play a lot of anime or setting inspired things that are more related to to real media, I would say.
Yes, I do. I play a lot of them. I'm in how many now?
Basically one for each day of the week.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, 6, almost one for each day of the week.
I think.
I can still put you one then.
Blue Exorcist.
Okay.
Blue Exorcist, Fire Emblem, One Piece, Naruto, and then our Saturday morning cartoon. 5, actually. But Saturday morning cartoon switches off with an original setting, and I don't play a game on Monday.
Okay, Monday says you're free. I'm joking.
My Mondays are free, and they will remain that way because I don't need to pick up another game.
They're free for now.
They're free. They're gonna continue to be free
for now. I'm joking. Is there any recent media or setting that you will really see like want to play on a TTRPG?
I personally think that this is just like my brain being like, oh, that sounds really cool. I really think that maybe a sort of Chainsaw Man setting could be really, really fun.
Have you been reading?
I could see that.
Have you been reading the manga?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, how like the second season of the manga would say, like after all the shit happens and life kind of turn normal. I don't want to spoil for people.
Yeah.
So I can see honestly how the manga is going right now to be a setting. I can definitely say it.
I think it'd be a really cool setting to explore if we were to explore a specific setting in a tabletop. I feel like Chainsaw Man would be a really fun thing to explore. I really like Chainsaw Man though.
I imagine when there's gonna be the Daemon of Vampires, you're gonna be. Oh wait, there was one already.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, there was one already.
There was. It was a neat monster design. I will say that. I thought it was really cool.
There is some manga. How can you spoil that for me, Toshi?
Damn! Anime only, coming in hot.
Oh shit. Sorry about saying there is a manga about an anime. There is no light novel tone on this one.
Gosh.
Because I gotta say that's one of the funny things. It's like, oh, you're spoiling me through the manga. Well, someone spoiled me through the light novel. That happens some stories. But yeah, no. The thing is, it is a great setting, especially how it's going with the groups and all that. Because I can put, for example, there are settings that are not great for doing like a whole on TTRPG in them, and this is probably gonna be controversial for some people. But for example, one of the ones I think about is Steven Universe.
You know, it's funny you mention that.
Why is it funny?
My Saturday morning cartoons game, we actually have a lot of different stuff in it, but the character that I'm playing in that game is actually a gem hybrid because I picked Steven Universe as my is my show of choice for it.
Nice. That is
So I didn't
interesting.
want to finish. I've played this setting before. We've done it before. It's one of my favorites, but we had originally, my original character that I had played in the campaign that we had done before in the setting was based on I don't know if anybody in chat knows the show. I find it very hard to find people who've watched it all the way through. Secret Saturdays, which is my favorite childhood cartoon.
I don't know.
Just FYI's.
Bro. Gonna disappoint you there, Iris.
Bro, no, it's fine because like next to nobody knows the show. It did not have a good time slot.
Wait, no. I do know Secret Saturdays.
You do?
Yeah, I do know it. I just Googled it.
I love Secret Saturdays so much.
I didn't remember, but just watching it, just watching the image is enough to remember me.
I love Secret Saturdays. I think it's like one of my favorites. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Like period. It's so fucking cool.
I completely forgot about the series, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's not like they acknowledge it anymore. They don't bring it up. They don't mention it.
Yeah, it's one of those cartoons that the Cartoon Network completely forgot about, which is very sad.
Just kind of sat it in the dirt and said, "Oh yeah, it was. I'm not gonna worry about it anymore." I love Secret Saturdays. Unironically adore it. Great show. Wish more people could watch it. It's legitimately hilarious too. It has some really, really funny bits in it. I think a lot of people would really like it if they had the chance to actually watch it.
I gotta be honest with you. Watching it, I know that I have watched. I remember some things, but I don't remember a lot of it. So I'm struggling with that. But yeah. So your character is basically based on Secret Saturdays, or what do you mean by it?
The character was based around Secret Saturdays. We did the concept for this game is basically, what if your character was the protagonist of this show, but we also threw all these other shows together. So everybody picked a show and then it's all kind of smashed together. It's genuinely super fun.
What system are you playing there? I'm curious.
Savage Worlds, actually.
Oh, because you know that whole thing that you're telling me reminds me a lot of, what's it called? City of Mist.
It's I feel like City of Mist could also work for it, but it's definitely in my opinion, I feel like Savage Worlds works really well for it.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't work for it, but the whole idea of being a character from a cartoon, from a media, and all that is basically the setting of City of Mist. Like that's where everyone gets their powers in City of Mist. They get from histories, cartoons, mythology. There are many different things.
I was really jazzed. I actually very briefly played like 2 sessions of a City of Mist game, and I really want to go back to it at some point.
But yeah. I have read the book. I have not played it again. A lot of books I have read.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun.
But every day I'm getting my players to play more and more role-play based games.
You're gonna drag them in kicking and screaming.
Exactly. And they don't have any more options because there's not a lot of GMs in my city.
Fair enough. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I think we're gonna close it soon. Anything that you want to tell people around?
I don't know. Is there anything we should tell them? I mean, be here week after next. Come on back. We'll have an even better discount. Minus 10%. You pay us a little bit extra.
Yeah, it's for the salary of those little birds, you know?
Yeah, you gotta pay the birds wages. I mean, we gotta pay them a livable wage.
And I don't want to go through all that of tips, you know? I don't believe in tips.
No tips?
Yeah, no tips.
No tips.
Okay, but then that will be all for our first episode. Yeah!
Yay!
So we will be talking again in 2 weeks. What if we leave the negatives then? Huh.
Don't do that.
They are a little bit beer brains, so don't fool them into that. The poor guys, they're struggling, okay?
They're not the smartest. They're not the smartest. I wouldn't do that to them. It's a little mean.
But yeah. We talk again in 2 weeks. We have a few topics to talk already on the list, but we have not picked the next for the next episodes. But we'll announce it. It'll be there. And yeah, that's all for today. Thanks everyone for watching. See you in 2 weeks, and bye bye.
Bye bye.